The selection of the seed will be an important decision for you to make. Growing is a lot genetics. Good parents, which make good seed, will produce good plants. So, no kidding around. Take your seed selecting seriously. Choose only happy seeds. Remember, a seed in the Hans can be turned into a bush. Once you have obtained the best seeds possible, make a selection of the best of your best and use those. Here we have a magnifying glass to aid us in choosing the most robust seeds. As you can see from a group of seeds, not all are the same. Using a chopstick or a similar device, we will make one hole in the center of each small unit of soil. Make the hole approximately 1/2 to 1 inch in depth. Don't plant the seed too deep. Place one seed into each hole. Then gently cover the seeds using the surrounding soil. Place the trays in a warm 80-degree or so dark place with adequate ventilation. Check daily and keep moist. Once you have spotted your first plant sprouting, place the containers in a lighted area with 18-hour-a-day light using 40-watt fluorescent grow tubes placed a few inches from the tops of the seedlings. After about 2 weeks or so, you will notice most of your seeds have sprouted. They are ready to be transplanted into these larger 5.5-inch plastic square containers. Lightly water the soil with plain water, then make a depression into the soil in the center of the 5.5-inch square. Make the depression large enough to receive the seedlings. You may place a plant, peat cup and all, into a larger hole in the soil of the 5.5-inch square, or you may use a smaller hole and transplant the seedling, roots and all. We will demonstrate both methods. If you don't have 5.5-inch plastic containers such as these, the clean bottom part of a half-gallon milk container will work just fine. Using a spoon, I will remove this small seedling and transplant it into the 5.5-inch square, making sure I don't damage the young roots in the process. As you can see, this young seedling has started to develop a number of nice lateral roots. I like to initially plant as many seeds as possible. Then as they grow and begin to compete for space, only the best are kept. These plants are good enough to be transplanted into 5.5-inch squares and will be placed back into the closet under 18-hour-a-day light for approximately 2 more weeks. You may use 4-foot-long 40-watt fluorescent grow tubes mounted in standard shop fixtures placed approximately 2 or 3 inches directly above the tops of the transplants. Here, I am placing the transplants in the closet under the fluorescent grow lights. They will remain here for approximately 2 weeks until they are ready to have their gender determined. If you wish, at this time, instead of using fluorescence, you may place them under a 400-watt metal halide approximately 12 to 18 inches directly above the tops of the transplants. Whenever using metal halide or high-pressure sodium lights, start your light about 18 inches above the tops of the plants and lower them a few inches every few days until they show signs that they are too close. Then back off a few inches. Rule of thumb for a stationary 400-watt light is no closer than 12 inches. If your plants do well with the light 12 inches away from the top of the plants, don't push it. Leave it there. During the 2 weeks the transplanted seedlings are maturing, they should not need fertilizing. However, if you notice they are losing the dark green color or any larger lower food leaves are turning pale to yellow, you may then give them a standard vegetative fertilizing.